Oh, the Guernsey cows, they are our friends. They make us milk, we say amens. The Waldo farm is where they live. We're thankful for the milk they give.
Welcome to the Waldo Way, a raw milk dairy farm on a mission. That mission? Food freedom for everyone. But that's a tale for a different day. Today, Chapter 1 in a story of cheese, tragedy, and faith.
I was at the university and very content, very happy with my career there. And then I lost my grandmother in 2011, my grandmother being Frances Harwell, my granny. And she was such a key and instrumental player in my life. She was a philosopher. She had all the wisdom and she was crackerjack smart. And I wanted to totally emulate her in my life. And she was so proud that I was a professor and that I loved education and those types of things.
The loss of Nerissa Waldo's grandmother in 2011 was huge and the grief heavy.
I just kind of was really drifting, I guess, if you will, and not knowing where life was going because I missed her so terribly. And that summer of 12, I had a vision of her, and she wanted me to make her cheese. And I thought, well, I don't know how to make your cheese though, and that's not fair because I learned a lot of things from you, but you didn't teach me this one thing that I probably need to know now.
But what Reese didn't realize, the lesson was at her fingertips all along.
So I stumbled across a book that she had given me, and it had this post-it note on it that said, you know, one day I'm going to come knocking on your door and borrow this book back. And it loved G, and inside of it, it held all of her secrets to making cheese and her experiences.
That's not all she found. This article, published in 1968, also surfaced.
I was very close to her, and she never shared this with me. She was a very humble woman and wanted to know more about you than you know about her. So she never shared it, but I found it. And it talked about her experiences of the people that she met through the art and the science of making cheese.
The one common theme among her grandmother's relics? Raw milk.
So when I was growing up in the 70s, Daddy had a dairy farm. It was a small family-owned and operated dairy farm, and we, all 5 of us kids, worked on the dairy. It was really idyllic in the day. And at that point in time, Daddy couldn't sell to someone who walked in. It was kind of a new law that had passed, and I was young and didn't understand and didn't know, but I certainly questioned it even then. It's like, Daddy, how can they pass a law? It's your milk. Why can't you sell it to someone? And so that stuck with me. But so when I read that the law had changed and we could buy raw milk in the state of Texas, I was excited. And so where was a local raw milk dairy farm? And so I would go and buy raw milk for my family and to experiment with its cheese making.
But one day Reese had a light bulb moment.
I thought, well, I'm smart enough. I can milk a cow. Let's just get a cow. I've got land, I can do this, right? Not ever thinking that there was this bigger plan.
Right.
It was just gonna be a little cheese for the family, and I was gonna do what my grandmother did, right? Boy, I was wrong.
One cow turned into 5.
I still have one of them on the property today, and her name's Prolone.
Next, on the story behind the Waldo Way.
5 o'clock in the morning, I wrote a resignation letter to the university. I had a plane ticket in hand, and I remember it was pouring rain that morning, and all of the people that love me here at the house, they came and rallied around me and supported me as I traveled there. Cried all the way there. Cried as we brought her back home.